Howdy, Mojave D here. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm taking a break from the violence of Ragnarok. I love the game. Don't get me wrong, but I wanted to show you this because I figured out a few things. I've been playing this game since 2009. NBA 2K, and I never did this, and I never figured some things out. Um, my genius son, told me turn injuries off because my whole thing with the game was trying to break the all-time records, all-time scoring record, all-time assist record, all-time steal record with young guys, with rookies, and then play them through their whole career. Hopefully they could last 20 years, and I could never do it because of the stupid, terrible job 2K did with their injury program. The injuries just make it impossible to do. The guys miss, all your stars miss too many games. So my genius son says turn injuries off. So that got me to experimenting, and I learned another couple of things. I've never made my own expansion team, but here it is, and you can see Jokic and KD. Um, Kevin Durant and Jokic. Now Jokic is not wearing his normal number 15. He's wearing my number 44. That was my number when I played. I didn't play basketball. I didn't make the team. I tried out and didn't make the team. We had really good basketball program, and they even from my high school even went on and won the state championship. I think maybe twice. Not while I was there, but over the course of a couple of decades. It's always had a great basketball program. They're always champions, and there was at least six guys better than me at point guard, and so I didn't make the team when I tried out. But 44 was my number for football, where I did fine. I did pretty darn good. Anyway, so I put it on Jokic because why not? And you see the logo down there? I designed it. Now, this is all inspired by God of War Ragnarok. I made the expansion team in Anaheim, California, Vanaheim, because they don't have a basketball team. They do now, and it's called the Anaheim Spartans. I don't know if you can see that in the back. I did all of this. You make your own arena, your own stadium, arena, basketball court arena. It's so much fun, and you design the uniforms as well. I'm not real good at that kind of stuff. And the logo. So I wanted a logo. Let's see if I can I spin this around to where you can see my logo? The team logo. I wanted to make it's God of War inspired. There it is. Can you see it? So it's like a superhero kind of thing. That's the team logo, the Spartans, the Spartan logo. And I could not get Durant or Jokic to join an expansion team because why would they? They would not go to an expansion team because expansion teams lose for years, right? And these guys want to be on a contending team. But I figured out how to do that, and I'll show that to you here in a minute. But I wanted to show you the logo and see the uniforms. I designed those to see the lightning bolt on the side, on the ribs, and then I wanted it. They didn't have anything that would look like lightning on the shorts and the shirt, the top. So I made those are as close as I could get to lightning bolts. They almost look like razor wire, right? But we'll pretend they're lightning bolts. Anyway, whoa, there we go. I wanted to show you that. Another thing I figured out that I didn't know you could do is you can edit the draft class. Now, see, I always would go with the Philadelphia 76ers because they were the worst team in the league at the time. This is 2K17. So 2016, the Philadelphia 76ers were the worst team in the league, had the worst record. And they had 3 first-round draft picks, and I would always make trades to make sure that I got the number 2 pick or the number 3 pick. And sometimes in the lotto, you would just get them automatically. So I could draft Chris Dunn and Brandon Ingram Brandon Ingram's 18 when you draft him. And so I have guys that had enough time to break those records. It's going to take, they got to play 15, 20 seasons in order to do that. But like I said, the injuries prohibit that. They just don't play enough games. But now the injuries are off, and I found out you could edit these players. And so what I did was an expansion team where in the lotto we got the number 6 pick, and I traded that up to get Brandon Ingram with the first pick. I made trades. Very difficult to do. I edited Ingram, so I can just do it with one player. I'm trying to do it with 2 players, Dunn and Ingram, all the time, and it never. I can't do it. But if I just do with one player and make him good enough to do it all, so that's what I did with Brandon Ingram. 18, 19-year-old Brandon Ingram. So I changed his position to 2 guard, okay? And I improved his speed. I had to improve his speed. He comes with, I think, 77 speed or 79 speed. I kicked his speed up to 83 because as a small forward with 77 speed or whatever his speed is, he can cover small forwards, but he would have trouble with the quicker, faster guard. So I put him at 2 guard. He's 6'10", 2 guard. Awesome, man. It's just so awesome. And I kicked his speed up to 83. And I kicked his acceleration up and his lateral abilities up. And and I took him from when he normally comes into the draft, if you don't edit him, improve him, he comes in as a 79. I only took him up to 82. I could have taken him up into the 90s if I wanted to, but I wanted to make it somewhat realistic anyway. So I kicked up his passing abilities and stuff like that. Because he's going to play guard, I can use him as the 1 or the 2. He can also play small forward or even power forward, just like KD can. Kevin Durant, number 35, right there. I couldn't get Durant to join the team because he is not interested in joining an expansion team. But I'll show you how I got that to happen. Let's. Oh, and that's Pau Gasol. I got Pau Gasol in here too, and I'll explain that to you why of that. There's Ingram up there. Let's run it a little bit. So KD's got the ball. There's Ingram breaking to the left. I don't know what happens here. Oh, he gives it to Yoke, to Nikola. Nikola is pretty well covered. Durant breaks in, gives it back to him, and does he hit it? I need to get a right angle here. Can I back off? I can. There we go. Yeah, he hits it. Ball goes right in. So there's Ingram, Durant, Nikola, Pau Gasol, and I've got Sean Livingston as the point. He's 6'7". He is the shortest man on the 5 of the 5. Gasol is 7 foot. Jokic, of course, 7 foot. KD and Ingram are both 6'10". That's a big lineup. So that's here you go. Let's play some. This is my home. Let's see if we can see my stadium. You designed the stadium, Anaheim Spartans Stadium. So who's bringing the ball up here? Crab. I don't know why Crab's bringing the ball up. They've got Russell Westbrook. Did he pass it to Westbrook? What did he do? Yikes. Sorry, guys. I'm making you dizzy, huh? Can I back off? Yeah, he got it to Russell. Russell. Why didn't he send it to Crab? Oh, he sends it over to what's his name? Oop, Mr. Adams. I can't get the thing on here. You know what I should do is just put it on the ball. Just put the thing on the ball, and it'll follow the ball. And Russell Westbrook gets it swatted by Livingston. Jokic, get the rebound. Oh, it didn't go. Yeah, Ingram saves it. Oh, bounces off of Jokic's hands. Back to Ibaka. Ibaka scores. Livingston is bringing it on down to KD. Into Pau Gasol. Oh, Adams blocks it. Whew. They're coming back. Why would Russell give it up to Crabbe? I don't know. Back to Adams. He's got to get it to Russell. Oh! Jokic with the steal. Hits Livingston. Double pump. He fakes out, gives it back to Durant. And Kevin sinks another three. What I'm trying to do is get a view of the arena. I can't. I built the biggest arena that you're allowed to build. It's 21,300 that it seats. There's the Spartans. So let's see if we can get a view of it. I don't think we can. There we go. So this was the stadium that I built. You see the fans are holding up placards of Durant and Ingram. And that's Pau Gasol back there. Somebody's holding up a Pau Gasol. That's cool. So I can't get the Jumbotron in here. It's way up above. Let's see what we see here. Crabbe makes it. Oh, he got fouled. Ingram fouled him. Okay. That's enough of that. Now I'll show you what you have to do in order to get Kevin Durant to agree to come to an expansion team. Okay, so here's the key right here. I could not get Coach Popovich normally because if you take a normal team, an existing team, you don't have the budget to sign him. He is very, very expensive. He wants like almost $6.5 million a year, 4-year contract, and you don't have the budget for that. But as an expansion team, I had $11 million to spend on getting him. And the reason that he attracts Durant. Durant is very, very important to him to play for a winner. So all the teams, he's a max contract guy. So all the teams can only bid max contract. That's all you can do. So I bid the max contract, but I'm at the bottom of the list of his choices. You know, he either wants to stay with OKC, where he's at with Russell Westbrook, or he wants to go to Golden State. Golden State bid on him. The Warriors and everybody else, well, you know, almost everybody else that could afford a max contract guy. I think there were eight bids. He had 8 choices, and he would never come. I didn't have Pop. I didn't understand the whistle underneath his picture. You see the whistle, and then the knight chess piece, and then the circle. Okay, the whistle. Well, first of all, the knight. Players absorb knowledge. Basketball IQ is increased in fourth quarter. That's why it's so hard to beat a Coach Popovich coach team if you're behind in the fourth quarter, because they just go crazy in the fourth quarter. Or if you're only a little bit up ahead, they make a serious run at you. But the whistle is the thing that I need the most from him, because players are more willing to sign with your team due to coach's prestige. So he has the whistle. And then the circle thing gets great contributions from older players who seem to turn back the clock. That's why I got Gasol. And Kevin's going to be entering into a decline. He's 28 years old. So as he gets into his 30s, his abilities will start to drop off. Unless you have somebody with this rejuvenator badge like Pop has. And then they turn back the clock and they still play like they are in their prime. I also found an assistant coach who has the whistle. And so now players are more willing to sign with your team due to the coach's prestige. So they both have the whistle. And that is what enabled, and that was the thing. With those two, I was in second place bidding on Durant. And I had to restart everything 6 times to figure this out. So I had to go through the draft, everything, get Ingram. 6 times before I figured, oh, geez, look at this. Let's get Pop. Let's go ahead and sign a guy for $6.5 million a year. And this guy wants almost $1 million a year. But they both have the whistle. So by signing them and making the max offer that you can, which 7 other teams also do, I was in second. He still didn't want to come. So the kicker was I put in no trade, a no trade clause, and that put me in first place. Kevin liked that. He liked the fact that he wouldn't be traded if he comes to this team. Plus, I had already signed Paul Gasol as the center, thanks to Pop, in free agency. So you get Durant and Gasol in free agency. I got Jokic by trading my original players and 3-year and draft picks to get him from the Denver Nuggets because he's not in free agency. So the way the expansion draft works is players protect all their starters. They can select who they want to protect from the draft. So the only players that you have to choose from to start your team with are the backups from other teams. You don't have any bona fide starters to start your team with. That's why in real life, expansion teams take years and years and years to even make it to the playoffs or to even make money because nobody goes to their games, watches their games. Well, they do, but they typically lose money and have to be subsidized by the league to keep them from going bankrupt in the beginning. Well, I flipped the script on all of that by getting Pop and this guy, William Goodrich. And so Durant's looking at the team and he sees, well, we've already drafted Brandon Ingram, who was the number 1 pick in the draft after I edited him and made him really good, a superstar potential guy. He sees that. He sees Gasol has signed, and I changed. The only thing I did different from all the other guys offering him stuff was no trade. I guarantee you sign here for 4 years, I will not trade you. And that did it for him. He said, all right, I don't want to come there and then be trade bait after a year. And, I'll move to Anaheim, Anaheim, California. So that's how I got him. And a couple of cool things here. Like when you first start a team, like I say, and they always lose money, but you can see I am projected to make $53 million the first year. That's unheard of for a friend. We are making history. This is historic what we're doing here, man. We are projected to make $56 million. Pretty dang nice. And we'll make more than that because we'll make the playoffs. And like I say, expansion teams don't make the playoff for years and years and years and years. You look at the Timberwolves, you look at Charlotte, you look, who else? With the Pelicans, I think the Pelicans were an expansion team at one point. It takes them forever just to make it to the playoffs. So we're going to make the playoffs, so we'll make even more than that. We'll get the playoff money. And the other good thing about signing Durant is that he is number 2 in sales, jersey sales, right here. So you're getting income from that also. LeBron number 1, then Kevin, and then Kawhi Leonard. Steph Curry's down here. This is 2016-17, remember. So he's the only member of the team that sells jerseys, that people buy his jersey. So we really, really did a cool thing. I did a really cool thing. I'm really excited about it. It's so much fun. And then if you look over here, like at team history, let's find the team. The Spartans. There they are. We're 8-0 right now. 0 conference championships, 0 NBA championships, last playoff appearance, none, division tie. All this stuff is zeros when you start. So it's really cool to see that come up. And also, if you look at team records, now I did score 65 with Durant just the last game, the previous game before this. So our team record for most points in a game is 65. It was Brandon a couple of days before that. I just kept feeding these guys the ball. I wanted to have a respectable number in here for the team record for most points in a game, so I did that. And then so it's really cool that you get to do this. Turnovers, you want this numbers to be as low as possible. So the record for most turnovers in a game is Powell turned it over 4 times. You want that. Minutes played, these are really low. Normally minutes played is 50 minutes because guys they have overtime games on the established teams and everything like that. Steals, this is good. These numbers are respectable for team record in a game. Blocks, really low. Most teams, their team record for blocks in a game is going to be double digits. Assists are outstanding because I just keep feeding the ball to Durant or Ingram. And see, Ingram, I upped his passing abilities too, so he can play the point. So these guys are getting tons of assists because Livingston is, because he has so many scorers to pass to. So it's really awesome. Rebounds, that's respectable. 23 in a game is respectable, and Nikola had 18 in the game. So far, through 8 games, these are our team records. Free throws are terrible. To have a guy on your team record to be somebody who only made 7 in a game. I mean, you've got guys that make double digits, 17, 18, 19, 20 free throws in a game because they keep getting fouled. They don't foul my guys. But it's fun that because all of that is set to 0 when you start. So anyway, let's get back. Let's see. Let's see if we can get one more look at the logo. Where can I do that? I don't think. Oh, look at the contract. So max contract on Durant expires in 4 years, at which time Ingram is going to want a max contract, and so is Nikola, 21-year-old Nikola. They're still on their rookie contracts. Nikola was taken in the second round, so he's only making 1.3, 1.4, and 1.48 million over the next 3 years. Ingram was first round pick, so he gets to make more over those years. But during that time, so I'm fine. My salary cap, I'm 15.6 million under. Gasol will have retired. He's 36, so at the end of his contract, he'll be 39. He'll probably retire. If he doesn't, he won't be able to command this much money. Durant won't be retiring. I mean, he'll be 32, 33 years old, but I don't think he will be able to command max contract at that point. I want to keep him until he does retire. So I'll have enough money. So my max contract guys will be Ingram and Jokic at that point, and Durant will be real close to it, and I can afford that. So that's all there. I think that's it. Except I wanted to. No, that's it. So we'll go one more time. Well, thank you if you watched. I'm just having fun doing this, and taking a little break from the violence of games like God of War, which I love. But you do need a break from that every now and then. Thank y'all. Take care. We'll see you next one.